Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the March 11th Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a little time for myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Excuse me. Take a moment to look this over. The question is, how have I learned to keep an open mind? How has this enriched my recovery? The passage begins with this person saying that they were very broken when they first came into program, and they had to keep reminding themselves to keep an open mind so that they could learn. Their thinking started to change along with some of their beliefs and their philosophies, and it started to clear some of their distorted thoughts. This person noticed that they had grown because they were so willing to learn, and now they're no longer defeated, broken, or lost. They have integrity, they have a higher power who loves them, and they take care of themselves the best they can. Today's reminder: using Al-Anon philosophies and principles, we change our lives for the better, and especially our way of thinking. The quote is from Hope for Today. We open our minds to the idea that we can experience serenity. How have I learned to keep an open mind? How has this enriched my recovery? I am amazed at how much I don't know. So I'm 56. I have had many experiences in my life, but I've only been exposed to what I've been exposed to. I'm amazed at how much I don't know and how much I don't understand, and how challenging it is to find out information that I'm curious about. But what this is telling me is that I just have to keep an open mind, and that's what I'm getting from it. Learn what I can. Maybe I'm not supposed to know. I think that's what it is. Like certain things, like if I wanted to learn how to change the oil in my car, or fix something in the house, get rid of a stain on clothing. Excuse me, I could figure that out. I could find that out. But to find out things that I really don't understand, that I think a lot of people don't understand, but they think they have an idea, but really I don't know. I don't know if anybody really understands or not. But things of that nature, like the workings of larger systems in our society, I don't understand. And I don't know, maybe some people in the industry do. Like when I was a teacher, I felt like I understood how the public school system worked. You know what I mean? Things that people outside of the public school system couldn't possibly know. Things that I am no longer as well versed in because I've been out of it for a year. Even though I was consulting at this time, like I still wasn't as involved. I only had um, access to certain information because I was a consultant, not a full-time teacher. So, um, as it pertains to my recovery, I think keeping an open mind when I first came into program, 100%, absolutely, very necessary, no doubt. But I think even now, going on 12 years in to my program, I still have to keep an open mind. I have to keep an open mind about everything. Not only, there are fewer surprises in Al-Anon because I kind of know how it works, but I don't know how everything works for sure. I don't know how everything in the program works. I've only held certain service positions, and I'm always learning. I'm always keeping an open mind. But for some reason, that's like a baseline for me. Like I feel really comfortable doing that in Al-Anon because I feel very safe there. But when it comes to the world as a whole that we live in, I can't even tell you how many times I have questions that really cannot be fully answered. Much like a child. But, like, seriously. And I don't know if it's because I have time now that I'm retired to think about stuff and to realize that I really don't understand. I don't know. But I think it does add to my humility. It does add to my faith because at times not knowing can be scary. And when I feel that way, I have to understand what's in my control and what's out of my control. And I need to do my part and then give the rest to my higher power. So that's the best explanation I can give right now as to what this is bringing up for me. But yeah, keeping an open mind. I'm all for change. I'm all for good. I'm all for that. I just have so many questions that I can't find answers to. But I guess easy does it. I guess give it time, and if I need to know, I will find out. If I'm supposed to know, I don't know. I don't know. Thank goodness I have other things in my life to focus on, and thank goodness I have a higher power to pray to, and I have a gratitude list that is very, very, very long, and that's good. It's very good. And above all, it is what it is. So I make it good. All right. This has underlinings, which is very unusual for me, and a tab. So I'm excited. I'm going to look at this. Ah, yeah, that's nice. So this passage starts off with saying that this person wants uh, their their epitaph to be, "He's finally minding his own business." uh, We forgive ourselves for our imperfections. We don't feel shame. We kind of laugh at ourselves. Not in a mean way, as kind of just like an accepting, like, what are we going to do? We're all imperfect. Accept more. Let go of our impatience, self-criticism, and self-hatred. We ask our higher power for help. Help for us to remember that the purpose of making mistakes is to prepare us to make more. And when we're no longer making mistakes, we will be out of this world. Today's reminder, we'll always be beginners. That's so funny because that's just what I was talking about here, about not having answers to questions. We'll always be beginners. There will always be some new challenge because life is ever changing and so are we. Every tiny action involves some risk of making a mistake. It takes courage to live our life. And we're doing a terrific job for trying. The quote is from As We Understood. Our higher power gives us the confidence to be unafraid to make mistakes. I guess because we know our higher power accepts us, and we're always told in Al-Anon that just the fact that we're a human being means we're constantly going to be making mistakes. And I love various quotes, not in Al-Anon. Maybe some of them are in Al-Anon, but most of them I've seen outside of Al-Anon, which is about famous people, Albert Einstein, Henry Ford, maybe Thomas Edison. They all talk about how, there's a famous artist too. They all talk about how the only reason why they met any success at all is because they failed. And what people don't see is that there were hundreds, maybe thousands of failures before they, quote unquote failures, before they came to the success that we know them for today. So I love that reminder because that's not what's in our face. What's in our face is, wow, they invented this and they created that, and wow, they're geniuses. And, then if we compare ourselves, which we should never do, but if we do, it may make us feel less than. And the truth is, these people, in most cases, I don't know, I know they had a team working with them and so on, but in general, these people were working on things for long periods of time, had lots of failures, and that's kind of the behind the scenes story that is not as well known. So I love to remember that because I know it's true from my own experience. No, I love this page. And I like the part of just not taking all of it too seriously, just trying to focus on the things that bring us joy. It's a good message. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.